Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about the fact that the Warlord, the Nordic turtle himself, just got fucked in the ass and has been nerfed into oblivion. While the Centurion, the bringer of cutscenes, the giver of soul to the guy that everyone has been complaining about non-stop since Season 2, remains untouched still. Now there are a few points I want to cover in this video. And the first one is the fact that the Warlord did need a nerf. The Warlord has been consistently top tier ever since the start of the game. He's won a whole bunch of goddamn tournaments and he's always been at the very top. So yes, he did need some nerfs, but Ubisoft went completely overboard in regards to nerfing him this time around. They broke both the guy's legs and then they proceeded to break his spine while he was trying to crawl away. I can just imagine Roman sitting there with a lead pipe, you know, breaking the Warlord's legs, breaking his back and just wailing on him with his pipe. Centurion's in the corner, you know, in a chair watching, and through Centurion's eyes there's just one giant cutscene. Now they have tried to nerf the Warlord in the past, but they've done what they've always done when it comes to this game, and they've nerfed it, but not really nerfed it. They have made changes to the hero, in this case Warlord, but they didn't really change anything that needed to be changed, or they didn't change it enough to make it, you know, worthy of even being changed to begin with, so nothing really changed. And I've started to see a bit of a pattern when it comes to the dev team and how they nerf and buff things. It seems like they will put in a whole bunch of nerfs over time, okay, but like I said, they will be these small little nerfs in the wrong places that doesn't really, you know, change the problem, and then the community will complain because they haven't really changed anything, and then eventually they just throw their hands up in the air and they go, fine, fuck it, and they just nerf the person into the ground, like we have seen now with the Warlord. And then they turn around to the community and they go, see, this is what you wanted, guys, and then everyone goes, yeah, but you went a little bit overboard. Now this does make me a little bit scared in terms of them nerfing things, okay, because the Centurion falls into that category of the Warlord. The Centurion has received a few nerfs, okay, but once again, they've been little tiny nerfs in the wrong places that don't really change the thing that everyone's pissed off about, and the entire community is still to this day complaining about the Centurion all over the forums, all over Reddit, all over, you know, the Warriors Den live stream and Twitch chat, everything. Everyone's complaining about the Centurion. So by that logic of what happened to the Warlord and the way that Ubisoft tends to, you know, nerf things, it seems like we're going to get to the point where Ubisoft is just going to throw their hands up in the air and go, fuck it, and they're just going to take the lead pipe to Centurion, and then he's going to be pretty much unplayable as well. And of course, as soon as you nerf someone at the top tier, that person goes down and then someone naturally will be raised above and they'll get to top tier. And then once that new character is at top tier, it starts to become a problem, and then people start complaining about it, and then Ubisoft will start the cycle again, okay? They'll start doing little tiny nerfs, they won't really address the issues, and then eventually they'll just get fed up of people complaining, they'll throw their hands up in the air and they'll lead pipe that guy as well. And the reason why I think this is a problem is because we just get into that cycle of someone is at the top, okay, they get lead pipes, they go flying down to the bottom, then someone else takes their place, and then it just rinses and repeats and always just keeps going on like that. What I think they should start doing is, instead of nerfing the people at the top, I think they should leave them there, okay? They should look at why they're overpowered, they should look at why they're strong, and then they should buff the bottom tier characters and the middle tier characters up to their level, so that way it's actually balanced and even. Because if everyone's overpowered, no one's really overpowered. At that point, everyone's just sort of balanced. I think what they should do is just buff everyone up to the same level, pick the top tier characters, and then push everyone else up. Not sort of like, you know, push one guy down, then someone else pops up, and it's sort of like whack-a-mole, okay? At that point, you're sort of just like clamoring to keep everything down, and because you're changing all the levels all the time, it's never going to work. And that brings me to point number 2 that I want to touch on in this video. And that is the fact that I think they shouldn't be nerfing anyone at all right now. Now hear me out, okay? The reason I think they shouldn't be nerfing or buffing anyone right now is because the defensive meta patch, when it finally arrives, once they actually get it into the game, whenever that is, the defensive meta patch is going to change the entire game completely. So characters that are OP might not be OP anymore. Ones that are underpowered, all of a sudden they're going to become overpowered. Everyone's just going to get shuffled, okay? They're going to shuffle the whole deck with this thing because it's going to be like playing a completely different game. Now, to me personally, it seems really stupid to nerf and buff things when you're just going to shake the entire meta up like that. Why waste your time and energy and resources, most importantly, that could be used to work on the defensive meta patch and other things? Why waste those resources on trying to fix the heroes in this current state when the entire state of the game is just going to change and every hero is going to play completely differently? In my mind, it's logical to wait for the defensive meta patch to hit, okay? And then once the community goes, holy shit, everything's completely different, and then they have a chance to adjust to it, then start nerfing characters and buffing characters based off that. Because some people might think that a hero is overpowered right now because of the current game we're playing in, but then once the defensive meta patch changes, they might think that that hero is completely balanced, or they might think that hero might need a buff. Both us as the community and the developers themselves ourselves have no idea how things are going to pan out once the defensive meta patch comes in, because none of us know how we're going to react to it, okay? Until the thing is actually in our hands and we get to test it out with all our heroes and everything, and we get to see how this thing actually works. I really do think they need to hold off on, doing anything drastic like they did with the Warlord until the defensive meta patch is in, and then they can start, going ham on that shit, okay? Start nerfing people, even though I think you should buff them instead, but start changing things then. Because right now it just seems a little pointless in my eyes. It seems like they're literally just doing it so they can turn around and go, see guys, we're still changing the game up, even though they're changing it for the sake of changing it rather than, waiting for it to be a meaningful change, which is going to be when the defensive meta patch is in. But in the end, all I have to say is RIP Warlord, RIP Mr. Nordic Turtle. I am so sorry this happened to you, bro. You did need a little bit of a nerf, but not like this, man. This was just too much. And in the meantime, we have to stick with, the Centurion still being overpowered, and we get to see everything through his eyes, where it's all just one constant cutscene. But that is it. I am done. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the fact, okay, that they nerfed the shit out of the Warlord, pretty much just shoved the guy into the ground, but they haven't really touched the Centurion, even though everyone's been complaining about the Centurion and not really the Warlord lately. He's sort of been just pushed into the background. I really want to know what you guys think about this. And please let me know if you think they should be drastically nerfing and changing characters right now, even though the defensive meta patch is supposed to be dropping very soon-ish, I hope. Or if you think they should wait until that patch is in and then start nerfing people. I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And please share this video around, it helps me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.